My name is Georg Prieler from the winery Prieler from Austria, exactly say from Burgenland, from the north side of Burgenland. I think it's also in our genetic is to eat and drink, so we love to go out, out of our home and to see and to also to learn a lot. So my grandfather did for his job great. He was always a person who looked first on the quality, second on the quantity, and my father was one of the most well-known winemakers and one of the big Blaufränkisch revolution in Austria. We have about 22 hectares, which is mostly planted with Pinot Blanc and Blaufränkisch, and in our region especially, I have to say, when I came back home, I traveled through the world. I saw a lot of wine regions, and you only know what you have at home when you did see something different. When I came back home, I actually see that we are living on a geological border. First of all, that makes it so special. Geological border, we are on the foothill of the Alps. This small amount of hills, which is only 400 meters high, but we call it mountains, we have great soils like fossil limestone, high active limestone. We have mica schist, we have clay, which contains a high amount of iron. And all these three soils are so authentic soils that it's easily to recognize our wines. Very well-known vineyards like Goldberg, like Marienthal, like Heizatz, which have been famous in our village more than the 15th century, which has always been known as the great vineyard sites. And on the other side, you have the Pannonian area and the Lake Neusiedler See. The Lake Neusiedler See is only 1.5 meter deep. We always make the joke that it's the ocean of the non-swimmers, because you don't have to swim. But it's very important for summer, because when the continental climate, when it's dry and the Pannonian area really presses the hot summers, then the lake actually is cooling down the region for that side. So you have a very warm climate and cool soils, and that makes intensive wines in the nose, but very tight and fine wines on the palate. Yeah, Terry has now the third generation within 15 years of the winery Prieler. He started with my father. My father was always been famous as one of the red wine pioneers, and Terry came to our winery, and my father was always, for him it was important, even if we could sell it easily, everything in the country, to export the wines, because then he saw how people out of Austria love the wines.